that again. 30 minutes, 35 minutes together with the Juventini of the world. See who will enter because, of course, I didn't warn and I just start without warning. So we need to rely on the people that will receive the notification. Notification, gang, I'm waiting for you. Tomorrow we play Juventus Reggiana. First game. Now we start doing serious business, right? I already see a like. No comments yet. I'm waiting for the comments here. Pecci Pecci, the first one to write in the chat today. Grande Pecci Pecci. Teo, that's bravo. Ciao Beppe. Ciao Limo. Ciao Nicola Innocenzi. Fabione45. Fibix. Mattia Pavol. Salvatore. Softic is there. What a time to be awake. Ciao Brunellas, Elias, ciao a tutti. Can't wait to wake up at 5 a.m. for the friendly for Calvin Jones because he's living in USA. Ciao Anthony Schifano. Ibrahim is there. Ciao, ciao BB. Ciao a tutti, ciao Davide, buonasera amico mio, buonanotte amico mio, our hero. No, calma, 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 Leo. Okay, 30 minutes of live. That's what we'll do all together. It's a bit the usual time. Usually we go live around that time. It was a long time ago that I didn't do it at that time, so we'll try again when I will back. We'll be back in Belgium. Try again to do the usual ones. But my wife was tired today. We were in Sanremo. Was really good. Was really nice. Really, really, really nice. We found the restaurant, guys. Fantastic. What was the name again? Flipper. Flipper. Guys, if you are one day in Sanremo in Italy, go to the restaurant Flipper. Guys, out of this world, I can promise you. But now we went home and she went to bed. So I said, you know what, let's go for 30 minutes live together with the Juventini of the world. Ciao Joseph, Arion from Missouri. Che grande Joseph from Missouri. Ho vissuto 40 anni a Sanremo. Allora lo conosci forse il ristorante Flipper. Molto molto buono. Allora, let's start immediately to deep dive in. Softage. So, Jay, how are you feeling this far regarding Mercato? Are we expecting any sales this coming week? Where Douglas? Well, according to the latest rumors, apparently there is an acceleration from Marseille on Wea. They really want the player. He really wants to go there. Probably they already had some agreements, and they said, you know what? Even if Juventus is asking for 1, 2, 3 million more, it's the possibility. Yeah, we need to do it. We must do it. No, I'm really curious because, of course, if you sell Wea for 12 million euro, for 14 million euro, of course, the words of yesterday that I really appreciated about Comoli, more than reading, and I'm not sure. I will tell you that before answering the question of Softage. Um, I sincerely hope that people were able to listen to the words of Comoli. This time we were lucky because it was in English, because I think that some journalists, they actually skipped some important parts. Is it because he was speaking in English and they had difficulties to translate it in Italian? It could be. So I don't know. I don't know because what he said, if you're really listening to it, was much better than what was written on all the different papers. Sky Sport was writing about it, Il Bianconero, etc., etc. So if you have the opportunity, go and watch the videos of Comoli that is speaking about it, because I really appreciated it. But of course, I told you, Marseille is accelerating on Team Wea, so I'm expecting. We are already Saturday, so next week I'm expecting a team to leave Juventus Football Club, also because we are obliged to move, to accelerate. The words of Comedy were great, but on the other side, people are asking for acts, for facts, for things to see. Entrato and uscita mercato, in and out mercato. I tell you that we are in a difficult position. We are really in a difficult position where I believe, and don't get me wrong, don't get depressed, but I believe that Juventus will try to sell more than to sign this season, and saying this is the team that we have and we try to build for next season. Of course, if we have the opportunity like we had with Jonathan David, like we had with Joao Mario, that could possibly be more interesting than Alberto Costa for playing that 3-4-2-1. If we have an opportunity for Sancho or for a midfielder, Juventus will go for it. It's not that they will not go for it, but if you have the opportunity, I think that Juve will go for it. But the most important, I believe, in this Mercato session is to have some revival of some players, like a Cope Manners, for example, the growth of a Conceição, maybe the comeback of a Nico Gonzalez if he's not leaving, but then starting to plan for the future. Yeah, I think exit we will see more than entries. Um, yeah, Colomoni could be an important one. Limo, thank you for 33 months together with us. Any Leoni update, Beppe? Well, Leoni, I tell you, Juventus at the moment, I know that a lot of people are asking for defenders, and you are correct when you are asking for defenders because it's crucial, it's super important. Bremer, we will see how strong he's back, how fast he will be able to have the minutes in the legs. So we must wait for Bremer, of course. And even with Bremer, I don't consider our defense extremely strong. Also, if you put Kalulu on the left, we saw that he was better on the right side of the field. So I understand that, but on the other side, we have too many players, a lot of players in defense. And Leon is a player that wants to play. He wants to play because he would love to fulfill a dream to go to the World Cup in 2026. So that's what he asked for this season. Whatever he will play, that he stays at Parma or that he go to the middle table club or that he go to a big club, but then going on loan, he wants to play. So I don't think that Juventus today will have the opportunity to put a lot of money on the table for a player that will not even be in your team. So Leoni, I think personally, forget about him this season. What I think, yeah. Again, thank you for the 33 months. Okay, please stop spamming because today I am on the phone and I will not be able to read the communication of the other people. So if you spam, I will not read you. I will just skip. Defense is a problem. Well, yeah. I agree. Forza Super Juve. Ciao Beppe. Where is the view? The view is behind me, but it's dark. I can show you. Wait. That's the view that you can see here. You see the mountains with the lights, but it's not that interesting in the middle of the night. So that's why I actually didn't really show you. It's the middle of the night, guys. Let me read. Ciao from Azerbaijan. Ciao Antonio Vivaldi 28. Any news on the departure of Dusan Vlahovic? Well, what we heard about Komoli was clear. They had an agreement. They spoke together already in USA, and they made things clear. He wants to leave. Juventus wants him to leave, so they agreed, like all the supporters as well, that it's time for him to leave. Now, at one condition, that there is someone that is going with an offer for Dusan Vlahovic, and if the offer doesn't arrive, well, Dusan Vlahovic will not leave. It's a risk, because it's a player that is out of project. He doesn't want to stay. We don't want him. But losing him, giving him to Milan or to whatever team would be, according to me, it's a problem because you are giving away a player of 25 years. Then imagine he goes to another club where I guarantee you he will do well. And then you are here, Juventus, that just gave away a player with a beautiful potential that was not expressed as Juve. The wedding is over, but no, according to me, no. So the problem is that nobody wants to go for Dusan Vlahovic at the moment. You saw what the big clubs are not interested in him. You have only Milan. You had Fenerbahce, you had clubs from Saudi, but he doesn't want to go there. So Milan is there, but at the moment Milan have no money. So let's see. I'm really curious how this will end, but before the 15th of August, I don't see any movement because then the third part of the mercato starts, which is the sales mercato. Nicola Innocenzi, 9 months. Thank you, my friend. Highlight of the trip so far. Well, I didn't plan, honestly. I didn't plan to go on holiday until like 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago. I had absolutely zero intention to go away. And then I had that opportunity to go here in Andorra, that is really close to Sanremo and to Finale Ligure. So whatever I'm doing is a highlight because I'm blessed and I'm really, really thankful for the opportunity that I have to be here. So whatever I'm doing, I'm going to the beach or just staying with the family. I believe the highlight of this mini trip of 1 week, because I go back on Monday, is a blessing. So I'm extremely grateful. Then, yeah, restaurants. Today we had a fantastic one. Then going to Sanremo, it's a beautiful place. We went to Alassio with Il Budello. That is really nice for all the different shops that you have, the environment. But Italy is Italy. I think it's beautiful just to see the view, to be here. It's really, really nice. No, nothing special, to be honest. Lil G, ciao Beppe. Any thoughts on the game tomorrow? I hope I will be able to watch it because 11 is the worst time. It's usually the time that I'm leaving here, 10:30, 11, to go to the beach. So it's the worst time, to be honest, and I need to pay attention because if you are living outside of Italy, you can watch it for free on Juventus.com. So for people that are asking where can we watch it, so for free Juventus.com. But as I'm in Italy, I will not be able to watch it, and they will apparently post it on DAZN, but I didn't see the game on DAZN scheduled yet. So I hope that tomorrow it will pop up. So I'm really, really curious. But what I'm expecting from tomorrow is, of course, it's a game where you have no public. So the fans will not be there. It will be a first game training session where you will have a lot of rotations. Of course, curious to see what Jonathan David will do, what Joao Mario will do, and also if we will continue with that 3-4-1. Could be that tomorrow we have a huge big surprise. So that's what I'm really curious, and also to see the form of the player, because at the difference of the other years, well, we didn't have a long vacation with the players. So are they already informed? Big question. Or are we really late if we are comparing to the other clubs in Italy? Don't forget that we start on the 24th, so in 23 days we play already the first game against Parma. Truppa Katana, grande. You change the nickname at 26 months with us, dropping some love, Beppe. Glad you like the colors. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Nino Sport, ciao grande, ciao Alessio, grande Alessio that is doing the tour of Belgium with his music. I need to watch one day Alessio live because otherwise it will not be okay. Pavel, I don't think Tudor levels up the player that much, but his team play could be good. I'm curious also to see, but not tomorrow. Tomorrow is really the first test. Even if we lose 10-0, I really don't care. It's more like a fitness test, and to see already some movements, because apparently they trained a lot with some patterns to find Jonathan David, but I really don't care too much about tomorrow. The one of Dortmund will be already more important because it will be after, when did we start? I believe last week, training session, 24th, and we play on the 10th, so there will be nearly 3 weeks of training session. That will be a much more important one. Then can Tudor level up some players? Well, you saw immediately what he did with Kenan Yildiz. Not that he leveled up Kenan Yildiz in his way of playing, because the guy is talented and he is talented, but the fact that he brought him back closer to the goal was important. Also, the fact that he was able to convince Conceição to play closer to the goal, to the point that he actually confirmed him in the transfer market. So that's already something, I believe. Mauri, Juve 97. Will you do a live for the Champions League draw? Yeah, but it's not now, so we need to wait. It's probably at the end of August. Yeah. If I'm home, yes, because I will travel a lot. If 25, 26, guys, I have really beautiful surprises for season 25, 26 here on the channel. But I cannot reveal. I still cannot reveal, but it's getting closer to the moment where I will be able to reveal you. So hopefully before the Dortmund game, I can tell you a few things that we plan here on the channel, but I cannot tell you. But yeah, of course, if I'm home, yeah. Let me read. Ciao Drugi. Pino. Ciao, my friend. Where are the moderators? But they're sleeping, my friends. David, thank you for the donation. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Also here on holiday. Going to my first Juventus game, Juventus versus Parma. Where is the best place to meet fans before the game? Good question, David. I will try to answer you as good as possible. Well, it will be still holiday. pay attention for that. The stadium will be probably full. I have no doubts about that, but it will still be holiday, so I'm not expecting a lot of people like hours before the game being in the city where you can see a lot of fans already starting with the support for the team. I'm not expecting that. So where you will be able to find them is in front of the store of Juve in the city center, Garibaldi, via Garibaldi, if I'm not wrong, which is when you go to Piazza San Carlo, you go straight on, then you have the other Piazza Castello, and then you go to the left side, you have that the first store of Juve. In the day, you will probably see a lot of Juventini there, and then around the stadium, the locals arrive like 1 hour, 1 hour 30 before the game. Then you have the tourists, the people that are there just for one game that will be there like 2 hours, 2 hours 30 before. In front of gate B, in front of gate B, where you have the media, B and C. Between B and C, you have the media pass. There you have a lot of journalists like Romeo Agresti, Giovanni Albanese, and you have a lot of times a lot of supporters there in front. So David, that's where you can find them. I told you, Warhead, if you continue to spam, I will not read you, and I will. Can we ban here? Uh, Timeout. Bravo, bravo. We put 5 minutes in timeout. Mamma mia, what a disaster. Okay. Jim in the Burger King at the stadium. Yeah, Leicester, guys, you can just block him. We did. Latest Tonali to Juve by around Turin. No, wait. Tonali to Juve by around Turin is not. I don't think so. I really don't think so. No, Tonali to Juve, no. Then that Juventus would still love Tonali to Juve, yes, that's a different thing. But I don't think it's possible, guys. It costs way too much. Newcastle is bro. They want to reinforce themselves more than forget about it. Forget about it. Then if Juventus is able, but for that to do that, you need to sell Douglas Lewis, Weston McKennie, Miretti, and then convincing and the player and the club that it's a dream, that it's still an opportunity. If the stars are aligning, why not? But guys, if you start believing in Tonali being a done deal, you will be disappointed. Then you will be disappointed, and you will be angry with Juve. This is not realistic today. Today it's not realistic. But for Miretti, Miretti, which is a player that that I like, Miretti. I believe that he's one of the players that is asking to leave. He's really asking to leave. That's the problem with Fabio Miretti, because and can you blame him? He wants to play. He wants to play. He wants more, because if you play in that in that 3-4-2-1, Miretti has a role that is a bit more difficult, where he will be closed because you have a Yildiz, because you have a Conceição, because you have a Nico Gonzalez, because you have a co-planners in these positions. So it's tough for him. If you play with three-man midfield, he has more opportunities. But Tudor, apparently at today, is not convinced about playing with a three-man midfield with a team that he has at disposal. So I think that even if Douglas Luiz leaves, I think that Miretti could leave as well. That's why we are linked with a lot of midfielders. But Miretti and Nico are not in this. They are not playing the same role. They are total different players. Then that you say that Miretti could be more useful than Nico Gonzalez, that's another story. But it's difficult to compare both of them. Yeah, Vlahovic staying would be a problem. It's a risk that you are taking, but would be a problem. I agree. I agree. I'm just trying to read. If people noticed me in Liguria, yeah, a few, not that much to be honest, but a few. The most important one is the one that is at the beach, the one that is giving the beds at the beach. When you take uh, the beds where you lie there. Uh, so he knows me. We always go there. really beautiful one. He knows me, uh, and he make a nice discount for me and my family, which is not bad. I'm telling him it's not necessary, because one time you can do it as a gift, but every day I feel a bit, embarrassed, like a bit shy. And but he insisted. He said, "Beb, it's my pleasure." Great, thank you, thank you. If you're watching, ciao Davide. A fantastic person, fantastic person. I will not tell you too much, otherwise you will also ask him. In Emilia Romana, a lot of Juventini said Forza Juve. Bravo. Do you think David will score against Reggiana tomorrow? Yeah, yeah, yeah. If he plays, of course. I have no idea about his physical condition. Yeah, tomorrow he will play. Could be that he scores, but don't expect the score. Reggiana, I believe they are in second division. No, I'm not even sure. I'm not even sure. I think it's Serie B, Reggiana. So I don't expect a Juve 5, Reggiana 0. Andrea Albanese, mezzogiorno al mercato, sempre mezzogiorno al mercato. Andrea, grazie per essere qui con noi. Softic, we are really in a horrible situation this summer. Our investments from last mercato have all flopped and we can't seem to have our money back. It's true. It's a reality. A lot of people will blame Comoli as well, but it's a really tough situation. It's really tough. What I really enjoyed, what I really liked, is him not blaming the past, not looking for excuses, saying, look, that we have. As a club, we have a club with a lot of growing margin. We have what was the word that was? Wait, let me check because I wrote it down earlier today. I want to be correct with the word that he said. Um, let me check. He said that the potential of the club is incredible. The potential of the club is incredible. So yeah, he didn't make any promise. He didn't say we'll win the Scudetto now, we'll fight for the Scudetto now, but we are building towards being again a winning team. The sporting director that will reinforce Juve will come in September, October, November, and that's where you will have a strategy of Juve going for other types of profiles of players. At the moment, let's do what we can. Grazie, Andrea. Grazie Andrea. Grazie davvero. Grazie davvero. Look at that. The beautiful hot dog for Beppe. You see, Reggiana is playing in Serie B. First game, 23rd of August. Palermo, Reggiana for the Sicilian supporters. You see, second division. So I don't expect tomorrow a 5-0. Ciao Eddie. It's the Miami Grande Eddie. What other question do we have, guys? How much did he want in his squad? Look, from what I heard, everyone goes in Germany. You know that after the game, I believe on Sunday, they go, or maybe even in the late evening of Saturday. I need to understand that, but they go to Herzogenaurach in Germany for a week until the 9th, and then on the 10th we played in Dortmund, which is further. But from what I heard, everyone is traveling. And you can have one or two that are staying there, but everyone is traveling. Does that mean that 33 players will be in the team of Igor Tudor? No, but that's why I tell you that we will have a mercato of exit more than entry. Yeah, I don't expect 5 or 6 other players to join Juve. If we see 3 more faces, I think that will be already a lot. Yeah. So I don't expect a lot. Unfortunately not. So Tudor will have a big job, a tough job. It is what it is, guys. It is what it is. So I tell you, at today, I'm not here putting you a lot of promises and confidence that we will be Scudetto contenders. But I will say something really strange. That's I prefer like that than messing up everything to rush to please the tifosi, to give them false hope, to make some promises with some clubs that we have to pay later for things that are not working, that we are not convinced in. I prefer that we take a year where we put the fundamentals, and the fundamentals are on top with the management. I prefer that. Um, calma, calma, and then we can see for of course qualifying to Champions League, trying to do as good as we can, and then seeing to go up. So this thing I don't expect the victory of the Scudetto or whatever. I would love to, of course. I would love to. I hope things are going. You never know in life. Huh? If we can recuperate some players at a Cope Manager, that would be a huge big signing. A huge big signing if we have the real Cope Managers, and he's working for it physically. Let's see if mentally we will see again a Cope Manners in top form, which would be beautiful. Also, Cope Manners being able to make group with the rest of the team members. But no, I if we have the same players, guys, if we have the same players, I don't think that we have a team to compete for Serie A. No, but I don't want to go with false expectation. Then they can surprise me. I hope so. I hope that they will positive surprise me, but I don't want to promise things or to go totally crazy. Attenzione, attenzione, Hernan! Fratello mio, mamma mia, what is happening? Hermano, hermano, Hernan, ¿qué pasa? ¿Qué pasa en mi canal? Oh la, what a guy, what a guy. Hernan just entered. I speak in Italian with Hernan because he doesn't speak that well English. He tried to come. So Hernan, grazie amico mio, grazie davvero, mi fa molto 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 piacere. 20 abbonamenti offerti sul canale, che bello, anche per tutti i Juventini che stanno guardando la live. Allora lo sai che quando sono a casa faccio le live a casa, bello, adesso lo faccio così, però mi fa molto molto piacere. Grazie hermano. Se hai una domanda falla in inglese, in italiano, in spagnolo, ti rispondo ovviamente. So I said thank you to my friend Hernan Gimenez, that is supporting us a lot on Juventus every day from 12 to 1, and then he just wanted to come here without even speaking really well English, but just to support Juventini around the world. So thank you, really really appreciate it. What a guy, what a guy. If I think that Sancho will join Juve, it depends of look, Colomani depends on Dusan Vlahovic. Sancho depends on Nico Gonzalez. If we wait too long, because the problem is that nobody wants to go for Vlahovic, nobody wants to go for Nico Gonzalez. He would love to stay in Italy more than go to Saudi. At a certain moment, there was maybe the opportunity for him to go to Saudi, but he doesn't want to too much. So at the moment, we are blocked with that. Where I can possibly accelerate something, some movements, but it would be crazy with Nico Gonzalez. Without a solution for Nico Gonzalez, would be tough. You bring in Sancho, and then it's tough because then you have the pressure to let Nico Gonzalez go for a price that maybe you would not take today. So it's really, really, really tough. So Sancho, I would put him on hold, and longer you wait, more Sancho will be pissed off. But what we can say from the latest is that Colomani and Jadon Sancho are refusing everyone because their priority would be to dress black and white. They want to go to Juve. Pecci, Beppe, when the second video of food ranking? I will not do it here because I will not go to the village anymore where I was. And honestly, it was a bit strange because the date of overdue was always really close. September, things like that. It was a bit tricky. So I know that honestly a lot of people commented, so the average view, so in numbers, was low, but also the average time spent on the video was quite low. So it was a video of 18 minutes, and only, I believe, the average view was like 5 or 6 minutes, so which was really really low for that video. But the people that watched it appreciated and liked it. I had a lot of fun. If I look drunk, nah, but it's because I'm not at home, guys. I'm not at home. You see, it's not even a beautiful quality. It's vertical. That's why. This is why. Um, Look at that. You can even put a filter. Right, so with a face cam, it's not the same. It's not the same. Oof. What is this? Can we take it away? Take it away. Take it away. Huh? Uh, it was funny. Yeah, it was funny. It was really funny. I liked it. Si se habla de Juventus siempre hay calidad. Es verdad, Hernán. Pero algún vez más cualidad que otra vez, ¿verdad? Anything on Indian football? No, I don't know, guys. I really don't know. I know that my friend Fiago, from time to time, is speaking about Indian football. He even went there. No, the only thing that I know about Indian football is that Alessandro Del Piero played there for 6 months. More than that, I don't know, guys. I would love to tell you, but I don't want to lie. Maybe one day I will pay attention, but not today. The promising players. Oh, you know who I saw? I saw a player here from Juventus that is now training with the Juventus next gen. Let's see if he will stay. Diego Ripani is a player that I met here last Monday. I met Diego Ripani. That is a player that I interviewed on Twitch 2 years ago. Then I watched him playing Coppa Italia with the youth again in Vinovo. Diego Ripani, and I met him here. He was drinking something in the evening. They were off the day later. So I met him and we spoke like 5 minutes, but I didn't want to annoy him. But we know each other. We know each other. It's always nice. And maybe he can do the step up and staying with the next gen. I'm super happy that Giacomo Faticanti is back because he's a good one. Angelo, Beppe is the best Juve creator. Thank you, my friend. Kartik Sharma, I would love Manchester United to take Sancho, but try to speak with your club and to ask a reduction on the price would be nice, or a loan. Who knows? Even if it's the last year of contract, so I don't know about the loan. But if they can lower the request, would be nice. Here we go tonight on a Saturday. What day are we? No, we are Friday. No, but I would not be surprised if Wea doesn't play tomorrow. Tomorrow, pay attention to Wea. If he doesn't play, it means that Monday he's gone to Marseille. Maybe already traveling on Sunday. And maybe not going with the team to Germany. If tomorrow Wea doesn't play, pay attention for that. Mauri already setting some objectives, but it's difficult to predict. Going to the Coppa final, it's difficult. You don't know against who you will play. Comedy interview was top. What I would love to do, why are people actually retracting the message of AB Traveler? Because it was a really good one. But the Comoli interview was really good. What I would love to do is actually take it and break it down, because I found it on the channel of Giovanni Albanese, the entire interview. I didn't watch it there because I watched it somewhere else, but I think it's there online. I would love to break it down together with you when I'm at home, so that we can watch the video and I can break it down. Do you think Lookman would be beneficial for Juve? No. Of course, we're speaking about a really great player. He's a really good player. But I don't think so. Guys, you know that if he comes, he's considered the star. He's 28. But where is he playing? In the position of Kenan Yildiz. Or you adapt Kenan Yildiz or they cannot play together, which would be difficult. So, no, I don't think that Lookman would be beneficial for you. Is Colomani training with the team? No, at least not with Juve, not with Juve. But he went back to Paris Saint-Germain, and I think that he's training there, even if he's not in the plans of Luis Garcia. Will you do another Serie A kit rating? Depending on the time, yeah, yeah. I need to check if all of them are already online. I need to check that. I need to check that. Any update on Doogie Doogie? Nottingham Forest is the club that is closer to the club, to the player. He wants to go there as well. Now it's the formula that is important for you, because Juventus wants 40 million euro with an obligation to buy if he goes on loan, while Nottingham wants to give 32, 35 with an option to buy. And I think that you can find an agreement on 35 if the player goes with an obligation to buy that easy. Otherwise, it will be tough. But that's the closest thing. And I believe the first midfielder that will leave is him. Gracias, Hernan. Friend, do people know that tomorrow the official Juventus channel will broadcast the game versus Reggiana for the outside of Italy? Yes, I said it. So you have two ways of watching it. If you're away from Italy, so if you are living in other countries, Juventus.com on the site, you make an account and it's totally for free. You can watch the game. So thank you to Hernan to repeat it, because I said in the morning, in the beginning of the video. And for people that are living in Italy, you can watch it on DAZN. I prefer Colomani. Gracias, Hernan. I prefer Colomani than Darwin Nunes. Why don't we accept obligation to buy for Colo? Because they want a lot of money, and because at the moment Paris Saint-Germain, they want, like, for example, okay, you want, then it's an obligation to buy, and you pay immediately, like for the loan, 25 million euro. So 25, and the rest you give it when it becomes an obligation to buy. Where Juve is like, calma, calma, calma. And also because we have Dusan Vlahovic. Also because we have Dusan Vlahovic on top of Arkadiusz Milik. So we want Colomani. Colomani wants to, but if you go with an obligation to buy with all these problems still at Juve, then you have a problem. If I have a regret of Stellinghuis, yeah, I don't regret a lot of players. I move on. But for him, yeah, of course, of course. Show me the money. Give me the money, Hernan. Any news for defenders? I spoke already about it, Adrian 45. I said at the moment, no, I see more exit than entries. Even if it should be a priority if we are looking for, as a fan, if you are looking at what is happening there, yeah, but at the moment, no. At the moment, no. Yeah, that's what he said, Komoli. Yeah, Komoli said if Dusan stay, because we have not the correct offer, we are not in a rush, because we will do it with Jonathan David and Dusan Vlahovic. Will we find someone for Dusan? Do they already know something that we don't know? Let's see. Colomani is rejecting everything because he wants Juve, but it's true that, oh guys, you cannot have and Dusan and Colomani and Jonathan David and Arkadiusz Milik. It's a lot. I don't regret Renato Vega. I don't regret Renato Vega. I liked him, really. I liked him, but I don't regret. Ciao Jose. Ciao a tutti. Ciao Jose. Napoli is looking really strong. We don't lie about that. Continuity of coach. They became better in the goal. They took a midfielder. They took a striker. I leave here on Monday. I would love to actually go back already on Sunday, but I believe that there will be a lot of traffic because of the first weekend of holiday in Italy. It's true, brava, Maria. Maria is right, and now they have also Champions League, which is putting a lot of games more for Antonio Conte. So let's see. But knowing Antonio, he could really play with a B team in Champions League to focus on the Scudetto. Knowing him, last year, if we are totally honest, it's more Inter that lost the Scudetto than Napoli won it. If you are really, really honest, I didn't see a spectacular Napoli. Now, of course, if they have De Bruyne, if they have Lorenzo Luca, who else? The goalkeeper Milinkovic-Savic. They have Noah Lang, so they reinforced, of course. I should go to 2 games of Champions League away, but I cannot tell you too much at the moment, guys. I promise you that normally this season on the channel you will see some beautiful things. Some I cannot spoil. I'm just waiting for things to be official, and then I will tell you. But Champions League, I should go for 2 games, but I'm just waiting for where we will play and where I can go. Spartan is saying that De Bruyne will flop during the season. Let's see. I'm scared about Milan in the beginning of the season. I'm scared about Milan in the beginning of the season. Milan, not because they are really strong, because they are not even complete. They are not a complete team. In absolute value, Milan is not the strongest team in Serie A, but it's true that they are playing just one competition, and they started before everyone. They are already in top form. Yeah, it's not that much Allegri effect, because usually, knowing Allegri really, really well, in the beginning of the season, Allegri is not that great. It's actually like a diesel that goes actually stronger and stronger during the season. Usually, he actually flops in the beginning of the season. But now that he had 1 year of experience of not playing any cup, I think he took that experience with him to Milan, because now he knows to change also the preparation. And if I see the way that he prepared it, it's totally different. So I'm scared about the start of the season of Milan. Ciao Sader, 42 months. Thank you, my friend. I'm good. To be totally honest and transparent with you, I'm missing the live that we are doing at home, showing you the screen and doing well. How is the experience, by the way, in vertical? I asked it the last time, but is it disturbing? Is it annoying to watch in vertical format? No, I didn't ask my father this season. Oh, if I would bring Yulman or Sancho, I think that Yulman is a player that could be useful for Juve. Yeah. If you keep Nico Gonzalez, then Yulman can be an important one. Yeah. We missed something in our midfield, because at today, I see only Locatelli, Thuram. Yeah, I prefer as well in the better format, right? What about Manchester United? What is the question? I have no idea. You can play Clash of Clans, bravo. Sure, it's Clash. Cabal over Kelly any day. We saw some beautiful things from Cabal in the beginning of the season, but don't forget, with a 4-man defense, Now we are a three-man defense. No, I'm not Mark Goldbridge, guys. Um, Even if we follow each other on Instagram, I am not Mark Goldbridge. Ciao, Paolo. Sancho, if he comes, he will not come for the dressing room. He will come for the field. So I care about the field. No, I know what you mean. Yeah, I hope so. I, I don't know him personally, yeah. So, but it's a guy. I believe it's a guy that is a lost guy. You need to take care of him. You need to show love. You need to appreciate him, so that he can shine. Pepe, what do you think of Colomeli's response about the new sporting director in September, October? I think it's totally honest and good, because when you take actually a new sporting director and you say to him, do the mercato now, it's nearly impossible, guys. It's really nearly impossible to go immediately with do the mercato now. So he needs time, he needs to settle in, to understand, to know the team. So anyway, it would have been too late. So rushing to take a sporting director in June, July, to do what? Just to please fans makes no sense. But I think that they already have the name of the new sporting director. They are speaking about the one of Benfica, which is really, really good, which is really good, and that will free himself after the summer mercato. So if you have the name that you really want, that you know that at the end having a sporting director now just for the name, that would not have done a lot because it's impossible. Wait, I think it's the right strategy. Look, in everything, what we are doing, what I feel, it's we don't want to rush. We are not rushing. We have our time, calma, but we want the good things instead of let's do a compromise and take something because we need to go fast. I don't think it will be Tognozzi, guys. Um, because otherwise he would already have been at Juve. No? If it was Tognozzi that is available on the market, he would already have been at Juve. Yeah, Rios is good. It's true. Yeah. You go if you go and panic buy, then indeed you make difficulty. So I have. If you tell me you need a player because you miss a player, it's the last day of Mercato that you rush, I can potentially understand it. If it's a sporting director, it's totally different because he comes. He has not a lot of ability to do a lot of things in that first session. Look at, you remember, Cristiano Giuntoli, the first session, couldn't do a lot of things. It's normal. It's always like that. The first transfer, Marotta, when he arrived at Juve, the first season, total disaster. So it's always like that. The first season is tough. But look at Iglitare at Milan. It's not that he's buying I don't know what. So even Manna last year at Napoli, he arrived. You cannot do too much that first year. It's tough. Even if at Napoli it's more De Laurentiis and Conte than something else. I agree with Jacob. The right back, right wing is a bit silent at the moment. I hope, because we said about also when we took Joao Mario, we said if that's the only player on the right side, not about him, but even him alone, even if it was Alberto Costa, there we have a problem. No, Paolo, I said I don't see at today a Juventus that is strong enough to win the Serie A. And I think that at Juventus they are conscious about that. Not that they don't want to do something, but again, it's more in the sign of let's not rush with false promises in trying to do crazy things. I don't think so. So I think we are conscious at the moment that we are not the strongest in Serie A. Which one do you think is better for Juve? Money of doing that? But I already answered that. People are entering, but it's always the same questions. I think Colomani. I think Colomani, especially now that you have a Jonathan David, better Colomani. What's up, Walter White? Hey, I see a lot of new people entering. Names, nicknames that I never know. Usually the connection is much better. Looks like I'm an amateur. Look really like like I'm doing live like 5 years ago. So usually this is not how we do lives on the channel. Just to make sure, understand that. Um, but if you want, please subscribe to the channel, and then you will see in a few days when I'm back home the difference in quality. But it's the sun, guys. It's the sun that looks like I'm extremely tired. But anyway, I said 30 minutes. We are here since 51 minutes. I will close anyway in a few minutes. O'Reilly is a really good player that I really like. Unfortunate last season because he arrived at Brighton and immediately was injured, so he needed a bit of time. But it's a player that I don't understand. I don't understand if we are speaking about Bissouma, that is a really good player. Bissouma, Didi, Yulman, Kessier, and then you bring me a name alla O'Reilly. Boh, I don't understand. Se prendessimo Colo, punteresti su Sancho o un altro ruolo più necessario, per esempio terzino destro? No, infatti, guarda, io voglio, lo sai, voglio Sancho da tanto tempo, però se davvero prendiamo Colomoni, penso che anche lui, ma anche Jonathan David, con un Conceição, ma anche Illis se vogliamo, tutti possono giocare, ricoprire questo ruolo lì, dunque è meglio focalizzarsi su altri ruoli. Dopo se tu fai andare via, se tu vendi un Nico Gonzalez, ha senso, ha senso andare su Sancho, però io andrei su altri ruoli. Ciao Beppe, enjoy your vacation. Thank you LGJ, thank you my friend, my great friend. Maybe this year I will be back in New York. Maybe I will be back in New York. I have some cities where I could go this year. I tell you, my planning for 25, 26, probably the biggest one I ever did. I can't reveal too much, but the favorite game of Juventus from last season. But the Inter 0, Juventus 1, with that assist of Colomani, the goal of Conceição brought me a lot of happiness. That was a beautiful one. Against Manchester City as well. The 2-0 that we won, not the 5-2 that we lost. Or 5-1, 5-2, boo, 5-2, 5-2. Leipzig is a difficult game because Leipzig, indeed, Carlos is saying right. It was fantastic, but it was actually the negative turning point after that game. If you're looking at, thinking about it again, you say it was better maybe not to win. Bremer, Nico Gonzalez injured, the ribs of a Coleman, it was a disaster. It was a disaster. The consequences of that 4-3 comeback were the worst game was PSV. I was there. I know. Yeah, PSV was really harsh. Yeah, I don't know if it was the worst because there were some really bad games, But no, if you ask me, like if we are not looking at consequences, of course, the PSV first game in Champions League 3-1 victory was really beautiful. Then if you are looking at the Leipzig was beautiful, the Inter win was beautiful. Um, I don't agree with the 4-4. For me, that was not a wow game, according to me. The weather is good here. 16 months for Andre Perez. Ciao, my friend. Ciao, Beb. Excited for the game of this weekend. It's my birthday Sunday, so I hope we get the win. I will already tell you in advance a happy birthday, Andre Perez. Thank you, my friend. But tomorrow, I'm not sure. I am not sure. Come back tomorrow under my video and you will tell me, Beppe, you were probably right. Tomorrow I see a Juve that if we win, it's not a convincing win, but I see even a Juve not winning. Pay attention to what I'm telling you. Then you will tell me, Beppe, you were right. People are here already asking how many goals will Jonathan David score. I will tell you, pay attention. Yeah, because people they think, people they believe it's the first game against Serie B team. We will win 9-0, 5-1. Calma, guys. Against Reggiana, because it's a preseason, it's the first game of Juve. They come back from holiday. We have 33 players. We will test some things. We will not see the starting lineup. We will see some players that are rotating to understand who can give what. And then you will see a Reggiana that start the training session before us. They play against Juve. They want to do well. Um, it's all, guys, believe me, these first games are not as easy as you think. We are not playing against a Serie D team that you play with next day and you beat them. Pay attention. Pay attention. Oh yeah, I agree. I agree with Alex. He's saying I prefer to lose all the friendlies, but have a good preparation without injuries. I agree, 100%. 100%. Yeah, but they played against I don't know who Juventus women. Then again, it's a different season, and that's why I told you what I'm really curious to see tomorrow. I don't care about the result, guys. Don't start. If tomorrow we lose or we draw or we just win 2-1, please, please don't even think about linking it to the what we will do in Serie A, in Champions League, in Coppa Italia. Forget about it. Forget about it because you cannot even compare. Don't overanalyze the qualities, the strength of the team because of the game against Reggiana. Please don't do it because I know that every time we have the same. Tomorrow it will be a drama. People will no, don't, please don't. Tomorrow, what you need to pay attention for is some movements of players. Look at the physical condition of some players. Also, general physical condition from the team. That's the important thing. Thank you, Paolo. I think it's one of the last messages before we close. I said 30 minutes, we did 1 hour. We wanted communication transparency from our club. Hopefully, a culture shift is underway, and this improves both on and on the field result. I made a video about it where I was super excited. Some people are saying, but it is words, words. For me, it was much more than words. And I would love when I'm back, if possible, to take again the original video that is in English and to cut it down for you with the real words and how we said it by Comoli that are important, super important for me. Ma domani tutto out, sì, sì, domani già me lo sento, domani lo sento. Dai. So live on the Juventus.com site, make an account live and for free if you're living outside of Italy. If you're living in Italy, you can watch it on the zone. Voila. That was it. Tomorrow, maybe I'm not doing an early video. Maybe I will do the video after the game if I'm able to watch it live. Ok? Ragazzi miei, I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. So, grazie a tutti. Forza. Ciao. See each other tomorrow.